everyone, welcome to Closet Chronicles.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Adilya, your host for today, for this stylish ride through fashion history and beyond.
We're so excited to kick things off with you. But before we dive into all the juicy fashion talk, let's take a step back for a second.
Because fashion is not only about clothes, not really.
It's stories, it's moments, it's culture, and yeah, sometimes it's a little bit of drama too.
It's wild how a single pair of shoes, a bold jacket, or even the way someone wears their hair can totally define a generation.
Or even just a day, if you're lucky and the vibe hits right.
Every decade has its own style blueprint. You know that one person who made everyone go, okay, wait, I need to look like them.
Exactly, and that's who we're talking about today.
From 60s all the way to now. We are diving into the icons, the trendsetters, the rule breakers.
The ones whose outfits still live in mood boards, Pinterest saves, and inspo folders.
So get comfy, grab your favorite throwback look in your mind, and let's kick off Closet Chronicles with ones who made fashion unforgettable. So what makes someone truly iconic? Like, is it just about being stylish, wearing designer labels, and having the most followers?
Not really, because let's be honest, style alone doesn't make an icon. A true fashion icon doesn't just follow trends, they define a moment. They use fashion to say something about who they are and about where the culture is.
Yes, it's about presence. Their clothes become a part of their story, and sometimes a part of ours. Like when you think about a decade, certain people just pop into your head because that's the way they showed up.
Totally. Like take the 60s. Glamour, rebellion, elegance. It was all happening at once. You had Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate Hollywood bombshell. On screen, she gave us those dramatic, unforgettable silhouettes.
And off screen, she was surprisingly minimalist. Simple lines, clean looks, very understated, but still so chic.
And then there was Audrey Hepburn. That little black dress in Breakfast at Tiffany's? Instant history.
Iconic doesn't even begin to cover it. The dress is like fashion royalty.
Did you know she was inducted into the International Best Dressed Hall of Fame in 1961?
Wait, seriously? I did not know that.
Yep, and deserved it honestly. Her style was timeless, elegant, clean, and always just her.
Fast forward to the 70s, and suddenly the vibes shift. Fashion gets more experimental, more expressive. You've got Cher serving full goddess energy in sequins, feathers, and barely their gowns.
Every outfit is a moment, and David Bowie, he basically invented androgynous glam, an aesthetic which blended masculine and feminine elements together.
The 70s were like, hey world, this is me, deal with it. People were using fashion to push boundaries. Think Debbie Harry, punk meets glam rock, or Stevie Nicks, spinning in chiffon and velvets with witchy realness.
It wasn't just about looking good. It was attitude, it was edge, it was lifestyle.
Then the 80s showed up. They did not knock. They kicked the door in. Loud colors and louder silhouettes.
Big hair, bigger shoulder pads, and even bigger personalities. Think of Grace Jones, for example. Her looks were bold, sculptural, unapologetically gender-defying.
And let's talk Madonna. She literally turned lingerie into day wear and made it mainstream. Lace gloves, bustier, layered chains. She made pop fashion feel punk.
Her MTV debut in 1984, that white lace wedding dress, it was rebellious, feminine, and totally unforgettable.
And that's the thing, right? Fashion icons don't just wear clothes, they create moments. Moments that get burned into culture, into memory.
And decades later, we are still inspired, still referencing, still remixing this energy.
And that's why we are here, to unpack legends, the looks, and the legacies.
The 90s, that's where it gets really interesting.
Right? I mean, the 90s were a whole shift. Fashion icons weren't just super polished celebrities or runway models anymore. They were walking, talking, cultural moments. They were the vibe.
Exactly. Like Princess Diana, she could rock a Harvard sweatshirt and biker shorts one day, then show up in a custom Dior gown the next. and both looks made headlines.
She was one of the first royals who truly understood the power of casual fashion. That off-duty look became its own thing, and now it's a whole Pinterest aesthetic.
And then, let's talk supermodels. Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, Cindy Crawford, these women didn't just model fashion, they were fashion. Their faces were the blueprint for campaigns, billboards, catwalks, everywhere.
The big six basically ran the fashion world. They weren't just wearing the looks, they were the looks. That minimal makeup, slip dress, barely their glam, that was peak 90s model of duty look.
But 90s fashion wasn't just about runways, it was also about music, culture, and message. TLC, they were icons in every sense. Remember the matching oversized sets, goggles, and the bold colors?
Yes, it wasn't just style, they were making a statement. Like that time they performed with condom safety pinned to their outfits to promote safe sex. That was bold, intentional, and unforgettable.
Fashion and activism rolled into one. They were using their looks to talk about real life issues, especially for young black women, that mattered.
And speaking of icons, Will Smith. On The Fresh Prince, come on, his wardrobe was next level. Loud prints, inside jokes, sideway caps. Every episode was a new masterclass in a streetwear meets rap way.
He literally brought street style into mainstream homes every week. Baggy jeans, bold colors, layered looks. He was one of the first to make urban fashion playful but polished.
He made it look effortless, yet fun. That energy is still showing up in streetwear today. In brands like Supreme, Off-White, they owe a lot to the foundations of the 90s.
And then, Alaya, oh my gosh, Alaya. She gave us the tomboy femme look way before it was a thing. Baggy pants, crop tops, bandanas. It was soft but tough. Feminine but street.
And the evolution of her style? She stayed rooted in that tomboy energy but brought in softer silhouettes, glossier textures. She literally paved the way for the other artists.
What made 90s fashion icons so different was that they felt real. Like their looks weren't unattainable. You didn't need designer couture to copy them. You just needed a thrift store, some confidence, and maybe a mood board cut from a Vibe magazine.
80s were dramatic, theatrical, almost costumey at times. But the 90s were chill. They were wearable. You saw someone on TV or in a music video and you actually thought, wait, I could wear that.
And people copied the looks. They layered tank tops, wore flannels around their waists, and begged for platform sneakers. But let's give a quick nod to something that crossed over from the 80s into the 90s. Denim. Denim jackets, denim skirts, denim on denim.
Britney and Justin denim moment in 2001 was a cherry on top. But the 90s built that foundation.
Exactly. And that's what the 90s did best. They layered legacy, taking pieces from before, remixing them, and giving them new life through music, TV, and subcultures.
The icons of that decade weren't just style references, they were identity references. Whether it was a girl in Detroit watching Alaya or a kid in Philly watching Will Smith, it was representation.
Fashion wasn't just what you wore, it was who you were. And in the 90s, that idea started to stick. Fast forward to the 2000s and things get, let's just say, chaotic.
Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and many more were fashion icons, whether they wanted to or not. Low-rise jeans, baby tees, and one Dutch hats. It was all tabloid core.
In this era, it was less about art and more about celebrity obsession. The paparazzi literally drove the trends by chasing these celebrities in their stylish outfits, which in a way promoted fashion.
Paparazzi may have bothered those celebrities, but it gave fashion a platform, a worldwide platform. And today, in the 21st century, fashion icons are influencers. For example, Zendaya's looks, often styled by Law Roach, highlight her enduring impact on fashion and popular culture.
Yes, she does have a significant influence. She's known for coordinating her outfits to reflect the themes of the film she promotes at the premieres.
I love the outfit that she wore to promote the movie Dune.
I personally love the outfit she wore for the Challenges premiere. Now, on the other hand, Bella Hadid walks outside and it's a trend. Her ability to blend vintage pieces with modern trends such as wearing Tom Ford, Gucci, or John Galliano Dior alongside accessible brands highlights her role as a curator of eclectic and high-impact style.
But it's interesting, modern icons often reference the 90s. It's like full circle fashion. Okay, now it's time for a fun segment, a game called Wear or Tear, where we both decide which iconic looks should come back and which should stay in the archives. So let's start. The first one being Princess Diana's revenge dress, the iconic off-shoulder black silk evening gown designed by Christina Stambolin, worn to the 1994 Vanity Fair fundraising dinner. So, Hannah, would you wear or tear that?
I would wear it. It's not just a dress, it's a power move, a deliberate departure from royal modesty and a provocative statement.
Agreed. It's one of my favorite dresses worn by Princess Diana.
Okay, second one is Will Smith's color clash streetwear. Would you wear it or tear it, Adelia?
Wear it for sure. Fashion needs to be more fun again. The approach to fashion was deeply inclusive then.
Yes, inclusivity back then was not that common, and he managed to do that with fashion.
Let's not forget Madonna's Cone Bra by Jean Paul Gaultier for the Blonde Ambition tour back in 1990. Wear or tear that?
I would tear that. Respect to the queen, but that one can stay in the museum. I wouldn't call that necessarily wearable.
Fair enough.
Now, Alia's crop top plus baggy pants combo. Wear or tear?
Wear for sure. She invented balance, literally introduced tomboy style to us.
Definitely wear. I myself like tomboy outfits.
Paris Hilton, rhinestone phase, wear or tear?
Tear, unless it's Halloween. But in this case, I would definitely keep those rhinestones to myself.
Oh my god, this was so fun. But we need to end this segment now, or else we would go on forever.
Okay, real talk. Who was your fashion icon growing up?
Ironically, Hannah Montana. That is Miley Cyrus.
Wait, seriously?
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, kinda, she had opinions. Pop star by night, girl next door by day. That was range.
Okay, fair. I didn't really have a favorite icon growing up, but now I'd say Hailey Bieber. Her style is that perfect mix of elegant and edgy. She makes basics look expensive.
Yes, she's a queen of clean girl aesthetic, but with just enough street style to keep it cool. I love her oversized blazer and sleek buns.
Right? She looks effortless but always intentional.
But I've got to say, there's something about the 90s, that era. It was just cool. Even the messy, I just threw this on outfits, somehow it worked.
Totally, and now I feel like fashion icons are so curated, styled by whole teams. Back then, it felt raw, personal.
Yeah, like they weren't trying so hard, and that's what made it so iconic. So whether it's Cher, Diana, or Zendaya, fashion icons don't just follow trends, they start them.
Next week, we're shifting to fashion on the silver screen and breaking down the most iconic fashion in TV and film history from Clueless to Euphoria.
Stay tuned and tell us who your favorite fashion icon is and what is their most iconic look.
Thanks for listening.
Stay iconic, stay weird, and wear what you want.